Sober Warriors, tap in. I want to know what your addiction was, the battles that you faced. I want you to drop it in the comments. I want to get some conversations going. I'll respond to each and every comment. I kind of want to know some of your guys' struggles and some of the things that you guys have dealt with, because it's definitely not easy. And one thing is for sure, two things for certain. I want you all to know that you guys are not alone. There's a lot of people out there. There's a lot of YouTube pages and stuff that just solely focus on that type of content. You guys are not alone. I know that when I was going through my addiction, I was a really bad alcoholic and a drug addict. My main thing was I used to love, honestly, anything. Alcohol and then anything. I did, meth for a long time. I did pain pills for a really, really long time. In some of my previous videos, I've stated just how far back that addiction went. I started when I was a really, really young kid. When I was young, I was just around really bad people. I was always hanging out with my big brother, and Johnny being 10 years older than me, that was, I was always with his crowd. And it started with pot. They say pot's not a gateway drug. Well, being 31 years old now at this point, I can definitely tell you that it 100% is. You get to a point where weed just doesn't do it anymore, and and then you progress on to other things, whether it's trying to be cool or whatever the case may be, and then it ends up becoming an addiction later on in life. And you might go through things and not how to cope, so you immediately turn to drugs and alcohol. I know for a lot of people that's what it is. That definitely was what it was for me. I didn't know how to cope with a lot of things. I would go through a breakup, or I would go through something traumatic in my life and immediately turn to drugs and alcohol. For a long time in my late 20s and stuff, I got away from the drugs and just, solely focused on the alcohol, and I thought that I was doing good. I thought that that was an accomplishment. I'm like, well, I'm not on drugs anymore, I just drink. And then I just took it overboard with the drinking. I ended up in the hospital several times because of it. It was really, really bad. I've had pancreatitis and stuff before from it. I've gone jaundice, completely completely yellow eyes and stuff like that. Just feeling really icky, But I just want you guys to know that you guys aren't alone. Stay strong. Excuse me, I'm choking on my egg sandwich. Stay strong and comment. I want to talk to you guys. And if you guys want to talk to me, don't ever hesitate to reach out. I'll get a notification as soon as anybody ever comments on any one of my videos. So know that I'm always active, and I will respond to every single comment that pops up. So make sure that you like the video, share the video. You guys have been a huge help. I love you guys, and don't be afraid to put a comment down here with full disclosure.